Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, brother DJ, coming to you live. I got the Squadcast TV in the building. I got brother Black. I got Godmother in this joint. Only person we missing is Chefin, but he got junkyard game business, so we respect that. Make
Salute.
sure you hit the comment section, hit the like button, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. Follow Junkyard Gang. Follow Keeping Up with the Godmother. And last but not least, go check out Midwest Matthew. That brother's still doing a lot of big things. And definitely want to get the shout outs out. How y'all doing?
We definitely good.
That's what's up.
Good,
That's
good.
what's up. Well, we are gathered here today to discuss this topic that I saw on NeterTV. Shout out to NeterTV, always presenting good information for the people. And this is a panel of four sisters, and the topic is: are the men today qualified to lead the black woman? Just take that into consideration. Are the men today qualified to lead the black woman? All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're not gonna play the whole thing, but just enough to where they give their input, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Yeah, he gonna say, oh,
well, first off, he picked the wrong
thing or anything.
Yeah, it's anything. It's pretty general right now. Most of the time, it had most definitions as far as qualifying for a job or some kind of event that you're trying to meet a certain standard for. But this would be anything, and to be specific, we're going to see if they qualify to be the leader. So let's see. The leader is a person in control of a group, country, or situation. It's someone that is winning during the race or another situation where people are competing. We can skip the editorial. And then a person who manages or controls other people, especially because his or her ability or position, someone or something that is the first or the most important. A person who is in charge of a group, country, or situation. So
they were just defining what the word leader is,
right,
and then seeing how that applies, you know what I'm saying, to the man in this particular topic, and then they was going from there.
Okay.
And he has to be able to accept consequences for his actions and his words.
Go from there. Let's start with you, Sister Freedom.
Let's go.
Well, you did mention qualified, and I'm saying in order to lead, I don't want to just personalize it from me, because I don't want Sharita to say what she might say if I say just for me.
For me.
I'm going to say, you on mute. Rita, you on mute, so they can't hear you. Okay, so I think that when you say qualified, a man, I wrote down some things. In order for him to be qualified to lead, he has to have knowledge of self. That's number one. He has to have himself together in order to be able to be qualified to be a leader of a family, and mainly a woman. Okay, to be considered a leader, he would have to know how to deal with a woman. Okay, especially a strong black woman. Okay, I wrote down that he has to recognize that it ain't just all about him. Okay, take accountability for situations. He has to learn how to be able to communicate, and he has to be able to accept consequences for his actions and his words. That okay, what I say, and know that a woman is a different creature.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on the phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat,
Carlos.
Okay. Everybody get you.
And that she has a different sensitivity than he does. Her emotions are different. He has to deal with her differently than how he would deal with a man. Okay. These things, a man, in order for him to lead, he has to be an understanding man, a patient man. He has to understand that different times of the month, she might change up. You just, in order to lead, then he has to be able to be qualified to lead.
So today, looking at the men in general, based on the standards that you just said, would you say that men are qualified to lead the Black woman, or are they not qualified to lead the Black woman based on those standards?
No, I don't think they are. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I think that these men have gotten away from the old-fashioned ways, okay? Even if I thought that they may have not been that way then, but they were more attentive to the Black woman back then. I don't know if it was because mainly back then the woman didn't work as much as she do now. So, I think that these men, maybe, I don't know, I would like to see or say that the conscious man may have some type of knowledge of treating a woman like a king, so he could be treated like a king, because they have to already understand that the woman, by being a nourisher by nature, she wants to be a good woman to him, but his actions and ways could turn her off, where she's discombobulated, like nature is discombobulated, and we can't function in the way that we're supposed to function because he's not being the right kind of man that he's supposed to be. He acting more, I don't know, like a child than a man. Okay, so that was my answer to that.
Okay, no problem. And Sakina Ra, you want to go ahead and answer your answer to the question? Do you feel the men are qualified today to be the leader of the Black woman? Oh, sorry, I think I was muted, but I said, Sakina, if you wanted to go ahead and answer the question, and then Sharita will get to you and your answer.
Wait, one second. I just want to say one more thing before somebody said that I was Sakina, wait a minute, baby. Somebody made a statement that I was demanding. I'm a very humble person and I'm very submissive. I actually just got out of being Muslim for 26 years. Okay. So I'm very submissive. I'm an introvert, really. I only socialize with people when I'm interested in something. I'm an introvert, actually. I'm always alone. My sister can attest to it. I'm always alone. I'm an introvert. I'm not demanding.
How many times you gonna say that?
Somebody made a statement that was demanding. That is not my personality at all.
Oh, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Second red flag.
I was with her at first, but she lost me.
Red flag for her.
Now.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, and chat be nice.
All right, well, I do want to say,
Sister Freedom, okay?
I was with her when she said knowledge yourself,
you.
and a couple lines after that. But ever since then, she lost me.
Save it.
Well, Pete,
you gotta stand back a little bit.
This ain't us, that's them.
She breaking
up.
Yeah,
you're breaking up just a little.
Reedy, not you. Sakina, not you, Reedy. Not you, baby.
Let me tell you. Okay, so let me tell you. Based off of
they look like
this breakdown. Okay, let me take them off. Y'all know where I'm at. My grandbaby's in the back. So based off of this breakdown, I'm gonna disagree with it because the qualifications of this man, these standards the standards are already set based on qualifications, and already these standards are not set for me, and you qualifying for all of this achievements and goals, and so basically he already trying to put up.
Move back some.
So
she need an Ethernet cord.
Is, what am I looking for? And then all of a sudden, you already put up this whole facade to be something that you think I want. And then the minute the real you starts to show up, trying to be everything that that you think I want you to be, you're already mad because you think I'm trying to change you when all I wanted you to be was yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you mad at me thinking I changed you when you was really trying to be everything I wanted you to be based off of these qualifying factors that were already set. So no, I didn't for this leader to want to have control, to be a winner, to be a manager and all of this. I wanted a partner. The principles of a partnership. The principles was the pal, a partner. See, I want a pal. I want a partnership, the duality of a partnership, a couple in that marriage. So no, I don't agree with none of that. Because when I had a partner,
I was
the circle in the ring.
Thought she was talking.
I ain't trying to take his position. I want him to recognize I'm there. I'm not trying to be my part. I know my role. He's not trying to take his position. He recognizes.
She breaking up bad.
Y'all gotta let her know when she's breaking up. You gotta let her know. You can't just sit there.
When it comes to your health, you
Shout
need
out
the
to the
full
YouTube
picture.
ads.
It's important to get the right diagnosis and the right treatment.
Supposed to be the last and final say as far as with going and cultivating what the family does. So that's something I'm going to actually go into as far as
I don't believe that there should be no leader. And that's why I feel like it's that way, because I feel like in a family, in a relationship, I know that's not no man.
Sakina, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Y'all don't want a brother's perspective yet? Y'all don't want the men coming in yet?
The men can come in. I would
okay. Okay.
We do,
hey,
but
Sakina, you gotta get Ethernet, sister. You have to.
Yeah, you may have to go out and come back in, and then let Sharita answer the question, and then we'll come back as far as it. Just as right now, we're just answering the question, kind of yes or no, and a brief statement, of what you think either way. So, Sharita, what do you think? Are the men today qualified to lead the Black woman?
I personally, Sakina, that's where the divide comes in with me, because I personally believe a Black man can be a head of household. I believe he can lead a family. And I believe we as the women are the ones who should drive our man to that point. We shouldn't discourage him and make him feel as though that he's incapable. Okay. I personally, short answer, yes.
Sister.
Sorry, Robin. Sorry, sissy. I'm sorry.
Too far.
It's okay. I needed someone on my side.
That's why she was
it's even.
They
It's
pissed,
balanced.
boy.
Okay, but this is. But let me say this.
All right, y'all. I think we heard enough. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen.
OMG.
So, Godmother, with you being the woman on this panel, we definitely value your input, and I feel like you should give your thoughts or address any concerns or anything that they said opposed to how you feel.
Me, like I believe the first lady said, I'm speaking for self, most importantly. So YouTubers out there, make sure you follow the channel and everything else.
Subscribe, hit the like button.
Don't take it to heart what I have to say, my opinion. But I feel like the first two are damaged women. And they're in through, and what their standards now are from going through that to the man when they come, which is not bad, but you're asking for a little too much, because I feel a lot of women, they don't take a lot into heart what the man wants to bring to the table. First of all, it's not just a woman bringing to the table and the man then runs the kingdom off of what you say. Right. The man, as you say, the leader, he's the leader, and you go off of what he's built as. If he stop, can you please go?
You kicking knowledge, you kicking game. Come on now, keep it fluid.
But yes, you can't speak for every man in the world, obviously, and you can't tell a man how to be a man because you're not one, first of all. But women got a lot of things twisted in this generation. It's not about what a qualifying man is or is not, because at the end of the day, if he's not or if he wasn't, you still slept with that man, you still dealt with that man,
procreated with that man,
put up with whatever you did with that man for however long you dealt with that man.
Fact.
It's still accountability for your own actions, and to then you set your boundaries, like I won't tolerate this, that, and the third, but I'm not dishing off, oh, you need to come with $70 million, you have to not have no extra hoes or this, that, and the third. No, like every man is qualified.
Thank you.
In my heart and how I feel every man is qualified. If I give you even the you come holler, you shoot your shot, whatever way form, it's on me to address it the way professional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I feel like, oh, that little come whatever it is, but you come at me and I feel like, oh, you got me, oh my God, and I talk to you or we get the texting or whatever, then that's my fault.
Right.
So whatever you come off after, I can't blame you for who you are. I can move on, I can deal with you or whatever the situation may be.
Right.
That does not set the bar low for you because you wasn't fit for me. That means you need to go on and deal with the type of woman that you desire to be with, because
Fact.
it's not me. I can't discredit you for being a king or what type of king that you are, but you're not the king that I desire. So
I respect that.
as a woman, no. There a man is a leader. Yes, a man in this day and age can lead. It's all on who you choose to deal with and what you want to put yourself through when you deal with that person. So whatever you deal with, that's what you deserve. That's what you gonna get out of that person, because that's what you set the bar for what you dealing with that person. Because you knew from Jump Street a little bit, therefore, what was going on with that person, because you did research. Private investigator females are, knew what you was dealing with. So at the end of the day, on a female's perspective, yes, you are kings. All of y'all are kings. All of y'all, from the deadbeat to the grimy scrimey, you are kings. If I have to uplift you to let you know that, whatever, you are kings. But you have to deal with a woman that's in your tax bracket or your mentality, whatever. But
right,
as a woman, you still need to deal with this type of man that you're set out to deal with, because if you want to go get that street man and deal with everything that he comes with, that's your bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame him for that, because you chose to deal with that.
Okay. Well said.
A man leader can be a leader, and y'all should be leading. And there is more men out there than the typical brand of man out there is discriminated as, that will provide and protect and do everything in that to take care of a woman. So
okay, brother Black.
Okay, that was great, Godmother. I kind of.
Oh, this guy.
This. I know he was finna come with the heat, brother Black.
Yo, he moved 3 inches and this shit just dropped. Pause.
Tap in, brother Black. Tap back in. But yeah, it's crazy that us women feel the need to discriminate men, perpetrate men, or degrade men for whatever their worth is, when it's not flipping the bill for that female.
Right.
You know,
because you can't generalize every man in that category
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, brother Black is back. Hold on. We
Every
gotta get him. Look, he talking. We can't hear you, brother.
Joe talk.
Here we go.
different.
There we
Well,
I'm
go.
sure talking like, what the hell?
you didn't want to be here. That's okay.
All right.
So I definitely agree with Godmother.
Okay.
As far as with the ladies on the panel, they be not to be funny, but at first I was following the first young lady, Sister Freedom, with the
Okay.
knowledge of self thing. I get that because we as men need to know knowledge of self before we can lead anybody else. You know what I'm saying? How and as far as we got to have ourselves together before we
Right.
can try and, you know what I'm saying? I've always said that even before, so that's a knock on the head. But she lost me after that. She was she went she took me left. So no, I can't agree. I mean, yeah, I would say we can lead. I would say maybe some choose not to. Yeah, you know, you got the ones that may do that sort of stuff, like Godmother was saying. But I feel right now it's a nice selection of us that are out here actually doing that. I'm not gonna say they stereotyping because it is still out there, but and maybe they saying the new when they saying new age, that ain't us because we not in that bracket. They more so talking about the
Well,
younger generation.
not to cut you off, those women on that panel, they're not, in their 20s and shit like that, bro. You can look at them and tell, bro. They're in their like 30s, 40s. You heard the one woman say her grandchild is in the background, bro. Come on, man. Don't do that.
So you just okay, so
But
okay.
it goes for every female bracket, age bracket. It still goes for all of the above.
Yeah. I don't know. Then I really, I can't say. Like I say, I feel like we are doing that. I mean, like I said, you may have your select few that fall to the wayside, but in my mind, I feel like it is a nice amount of people that are contributing and doing that sort of thing.
As far as being a leader and leading the woman in the household.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's very understandable because there is a lot. But me, myself, I like to contribute to every man and every woman on every whatever.
Okay.
But
All right. Let me go. All right. Well, brother DJ, uh
what's your opinion? Let's hear you.
Um, see, I was fortunate enough. I was able to watch the entire video. You know what I'm saying? I didn't because this is way over an hour long. Ain't nobody really got that kind of time
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot more that was said, and I'm gonna try to bring it up as I go into my diatribe here. But do I think that today's men or black men today are capable of leading the black woman? Yes, but not all. Obviously, because not every man is quote unquote a man. Just because you may look it and be of that in age, don't mean that you're that up here. And you know what I'm saying? And sad to say that due to a lot of things that happen in the black community, you have a lot of men being raised by women and not having a male figure in the house to show them how to be the man and how to lead and things of that nature. And the percentage of that is a lot higher than those who had a two-parent household where the dad or a male figure was around to guide the man or the young man into the right places and show them this is what you need to do, this is how you need to treat your girlfriend, your mother, things of that nature with respect and all that other good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in some aspects, yes, we can. There is a percentage of us who can lead black women. I don't like the whole generalization that they did with as far as putting all us in one pot. You know what I'm saying? Uh, one of them had a problem with the word leader because if you continue watching it, she equates leadership or being a leader to a dictator. She doesn't like to be told what to do, what to say, and all this other stuff, which is not really what a leader is. And in the video, they keep going on and keep defining what a leader is. And no matter how they're putting it, man or woman, she still can't get that out of her psyche. So it's just there. That's just it's embedded and it's not going nowhere. But that's not what being being a leader is. A man doesn't have to dictate or bark orders or nothing like that. Me personally, I try to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm trying to get the finances up or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna lead by example and show you what I'm doing, and then hope and see that, and you piggyback off of that, and you get on the same page and shit like that.
Comes down to his action.
You know what I'm saying? And I do agree with one of the sisters when she was talking about the partnership, because that's what a relationship is a partnership. Don't get it twisted. But every partnership, there is a leader in that partnership, though. There
Or
is the dominant person who kind of sets the tone and creates the path, that he or she and the family is going to follow, and whatever that path may be. So I'm saying that, yeah, there is a small percentage of us that can lead. There are some of those who can't. I agree with Godmother where it's pretty much up to the woman to kind of figure that out, and whether she's going to be able to accept that or not. You know what I'm saying? I always said this: the woman have a lot more control than what they believe they have, and they need to exercise that a lot more frequently, and know that they're empowered to make all type of decisions, you know what I'm saying, and be in control of things, especially when it comes to picking a man who you think is going to be the one you guys are going to build something and things of that nature. And it's funny because the same woman who has the problem with the word leadership doesn't have a problem with saying the man is the head of the household. They're one and the same almost. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's head of the household, that means that he's up front leading, and everybody else, is following the. I mean, he's setting the path.
I don't her watch.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't. I mean, there was some things I agree with the sisters and when they was talking, but it was a lot of things that I did not agree with. Some of them said that Sister Freedom was demanding, and there was a lot of them that were just saying that y'all was just asking for too much out of a man. It was
That's
just
the first one that was speaking.
yeah, Sister Freedom.
Okay. I feel like obviously, first of all, she obviously had a pen and a piece of paper to write some things down.
Right.
First, if you're confident and you know what you're capable of, what you want, and this, that, and the third, you shouldn't have to read no script, first of all. And
she was just reading notes that she made. She was reading notes.
So it don't matter. I know what I want from a man. Therefore, clear. You need a
Right.
job. You need to be understanding. You need to understand what real life is, what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it don't matter who you are, other than my peripheral of black, white, who I date. You know what I'm saying? What you
Right.
from your background, this, that, and the third, and whatever, whatnot. So you choose the man that you want to deal with as a woman.
Right.
Coming from a woman, you choose that man. Oh my God, he's funny. He's this. He's that. Whatever he comes with, no matter if you know at that point in time he's broke or he's not.
Well, see, some of the as the video continued, some of the women felt like they are equal to the man, and will say, "Well, what do I need you for? I can do this by myself. I don't need you for this. I don't need you for that." And Sonetta was talking about as soon as the black woman gets mad, one of the things she'll say is, "Get the hell up out of my house, get out of my car." You know what I'm saying? Start, doing that type of stuff when it was supposed to have been a we thing, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But it's crazy, man. To y'all gotta watch the whole thing, man. When y'all get some free time, watch the whole thing. But it's just it just lets me know. It goes back to what we talked about many shows ago about the expectations that we have of our partners. You know what I'm saying? In this case, the expectation of a man, because we're only talking about this because this is what the subject is, and that's what they talked about
Right.
for the YouTube audience.
Right.
So the expectations for the man is crazy. I mean, it's just like you, not you, but women that think like that want so much, and I'm still trying to figure out what they contributing.
That's why I said, like, you can't have expectations or boundaries or this third. Because, like I was saying, there was an article that I seen with Gabrielle Union.
Mm-hmm.
She was married. And she said that because she was married to this man and she was paying all the bills, she felt she was entitled to cheat.
Mm.
Like, what are you doing, guys? What you was doing? Are you helping me out or doing, you know what I'm saying? I feel I'm the alpha female in that position, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it weighs out in our land and our world, not being famous and whatever, whatnot. That's what it weighs out to when it's an alpha female or alpha male. Like, it's just like sometimes with a female and a male, it's a battle between the alpha, like who makes more money, this, that, and the third, after a certain standard of actually communicating with these people. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
so if you have to belittle or talk down what you have more of or what you could do better, this, that, and the third, you shouldn't have been dealing with that person in the first place. But
Exactly.
I feel like everybody should have a fighting chance if that's the person that you choose, you know what I'm saying, until you see those red flags and whatever comes with that. And you should
Right.
exit stage left. And that's where every woman messes up, is they don't exit stage left. They want
Well,
to.
not even. I don't even want to say exit stage left. I would say like, okay, the man is leading, but you see that he's not leading you in the right direction. It's your duty. It's your obligation to talk to that man and say, hey, you need to. Maybe we need to recalibrate this. Maybe we need to reconsider something. Maybe we need to go into another direction and point out what he's missing to help him see things a lot clearer. And if he's not willing to accept that type of help and stuff like that, and it's just set in his ways, and you see it's not going in the right direction, okay, and you talk to him about it, now
Yes,
you exit stage
you
left.
said what I wanted, what I was trying to say.
Oh,
So
my bad.
I'm not saying to like absolutely like just throw it away, because every woman wants a man that wants to uplift them, you know, bring
Right.
the best woman in them, which we as women, not saying me, but as women, we discredit a man and think that it's all about us. The world revolves around us. We need our nails done, hair done, this, that, and the third. And ooh, what can you do for me? And it's not always that. Man needs a trip. Man needs a spa day. A man needs to be uplifted. A man needs to all of what we want. And
Exactly.
a lot of the percentage of women that are in that topic of if a man is a leader or not a leader is the ones that fail to present that part of themselves to the man.
Mm.
And it's why it don't work out a lot of times too, because again, when it comes to social media, y'all want to portray and say, "Ooh, I want to be like this, da, 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 da. I want
Mm-hmm.
man, I want this type of woman, da, 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 da." But you're not thinking of the person on the inside, saying like what this person's really about, what this person do on a daily basis, their job, this, that, and the third. You look what they look like, eye candy,
Yeah.
call it, you know, at that point of seeing that person and wanting to talk to that person. It's just strictly
Brother Black, what you feeling, bro?
hold on. But
Um,
it goes hand in hand. Like,
Yeah. All for
so
sure.
there's no the man is supposed to be leader, the woman's supposed to be leader. It's hand in hand, but don't discredit the man more than the woman, because at the end of the day, we need a man to produce. A man needs a woman to produce. We need each other at the end of the day. So pick your man wisely is all I can say.
Right. Because if you
Jump.
get to the point, if you get to the point to where
Hold
you take his last name, I
on.
mean, clearly you're identifying that he's the one, that he feels like he's going to be the one to lead you to what you feel like you want out of a husband and a life, what, you know, with the house, the cars, the kids, and all that. You're actually putting him in position to be the leader, to give you all of that, and it's his duty to
Right.
do that. You know what I'm saying?
Up front, it like right up front, I'm not supposed to just, oh, I want to be with you. I'm finna pay your rent up for the year. I got this job. I make 150,000 a year. This, that, and the third. Hell, the fuck no, because a lot of people marry for money. A lot of people get with people for money. They want to live the lavish life. They see the social media life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give you all of me up front because I can't, whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
But I could give you the real. I
Yeah.
could tell you what it is, what it ain't. If I want to deal with you like that, this, that, and the third. But everybody ain't us or that type of person. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
I can't disqualify that person because obviously they maybe seen your statuses and your posts, which a lot of women don't realize is you posting your whole life. Oh, I'm sad. I just broke up with my boyfriend. This men are lurking, whether they want you or not. Like, oh my gosh, she's so sad. She's getting her taxes next week. Let me slide. Like, you have to read those red flags. You have to be smart. You have to look at that, investigate like a woman's supposed to investigate. Y'all settle for a no good person, and that's y'all's fault. A
Mm-hmm.
man settles for a no good woman, that's your fault.
Yep.
If nobody take accountability, take responsibility, you can't discredit a man or a woman for your past relationships or what you've been through. You either get to know that person up front and what they come with versus trying to, oh, I like you. 3 days later, I want you to move in with me. I want you to
Yeah,
have.
but you know the percentage of that is way on the end that you just kind of mentioned, where, to keep it real, I mean, the courtship part is not really there. Most of the, I don't want to say most of the time, but you have
Well, you don't
you have like a plethora of cases where people end up together because they didn't have a baby just through sex. You know what I'm saying? And now
just through
y'all
life
are family and shit like that.
statuses. Like, oh, you like 75 of my pictures. Oh, you're cute. Like, y'all do stupid stuff. Knock,
Black, what's up?
knocked out.
Black, what's up?
Knocked out. Xing him out of stage left.
I see his hair. I think that's his hair. Black,
Roll
what's up?
black.
Is
Sleep.
he can't be sleep on national streaming TV.
I know that's right.
I
Work
know he can't be
hard.
sleep.
That man is not texting no females or chilling with he sleep.
That man, hey,
And
brother
y'all
Black,
the text, man, what you doing? You didn't answer me. Knocked out.
get out of the dark room. Get out of the dark room.
Hold on. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. But I feel like a man can be a leader. A woman could be a leader. Y'all could be team A and B together. But don't discriminate men but based off your past situationships, first and foremost.
That's a fact. I agree with everything you said. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to take this time. I saw that shit and I'm just like, wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. We gotta talk about this because I just had so many just different thoughts and different shit going on in my head, and they was just talking kind of crazy. And there was a couple. It
When
was.
you're that type of person that can contribute all those things or in that tax bracket where you're going to treat a girl that you want to be with or a man that you want to be with like royalty,
Mhm.
we ain't in that category. So of course we gonna speak on it. Like, no, you ain't speaking for every man, you ain't speaking for every woman. Like, no.
Right.
Because just like in the chat, there was a woman like, no, I'ma disagree because like
Yeah.
she knows she's here. Like, you gotta know who you dealing with, what you accept, what this, that, and third. Like, y'all put yourself through those milestones and sit
Yeah.
back.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds. You know what I'm saying? When you should have just nipped shit in the bud. Now I know, the guy, probably, persuasive, whatever the case may be, it happens, shit, whatever.
Don't be
But
go.
don't be so gullible that you can't see the forest for the trees. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta smarten up and shit like that. That's why I'm not gonna sit there and put it all on the woman, but I will say that the woman has the most power in that particular
It's
situation.
her opinion. So y'all have one. So at the end of the day, a
Yeah.
woman, when a man gets with a woman, whether he's good or bad, that woman can uplift him and bring the best in that man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Even if he is a good man and already stable, like a woman wants a man to come equipped with, he's probably going to be more aggressive with that. So you have to have some baggage that you probably don't even be equipped with to where you're not on my level. You know,
Yo, when you have so many demands and you coming at the man as like all aggressive and shit like that, like
red.
all that's gonna do is just want him to just be like, I don't need this. Like,
Or let me
why do I need this?
panties and let me be on my way because you're asking for a little too much. That
I'm
I
out.
let me just do what I'm gonna do. So
I'm
yeah,
out.
it's like a woman is supposed to bring out that part of the man automatically, obviously. So like if you're communicating and you're telling him y'all vibing this that, and the third, you have a good life this that, and the third, and you're uplifting him, you can contribute to his bills or whatever he needs
Hmm.
when he's asking for it. I'm not saying he's asking for your taxes or your $1,000, but if a man was to come into a situation, he's like, oh well, my rent's due, can you help me pay my rent? And then y'all turn to frown like a man's supposed to be paying my rent.
Because
No.
every time I look, whether it be on like a TV show, social media, or any social media, internet, whatever you want to call it, I always see money talks. If he ain't paying, I ain't you wasting my time. Don't even try to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? What can you do for me? I got bills. I'm just like, but but you coming with that out the gate before you'd even went and had lunch or something like that? Like what we talking about? Like, can we go bowling or something like that before you start making like just I got bills and kids and I'm like, yo, what we doing?
I got kids. I got a house. I got bills. Like, how I'm supposed to take from my family or my kids and my home to provide for you because that's the man's standard is to pay some bills and this, that, and the third. No.
Look, are we in the
Okay.
era? Are
What
we
about
in the era where men is supposed to be the sole provider and the era of the housewoman? No, because so much shit has changed as far as the economy, inflation, and shit like that. You gotta have a two-income household. You know what I'm
and
saying? You gotta
women
be able to work together.
generation, my funds done slowed down. I'm struggling or I gotta flip the bill for this. How you know he ain't doing the same thing and then you still want him to provide for your whole kingdom and your kids and be the stepdaddy and get your nails done, your hair done, this, that. Might be getting ran for child support. How you know much income? I'm not finna tell you that right off the rip. I don't know you like that. I'm not finna give you all my information. Y'all have to
Right.
get to know somebody, date. Women fail to actually really date. Date. If you're single, date. Talk to Billy, Bob, Jane, and whatever. I'm not saying sexually, but talk, communicate, get to know somebody for who they are, what they really are. You never know.
That's a
Because
fact.
we single, oh, we're single, ready to mingle. One person shoot they shot, three people shoot they shot. This one person is more outstanding than the other. We shut down, we get attached. Then
Hey, the minute he shoots up the
and,
club, it's over.
and then the minute he's like, oh, well, I got my baby mama over here. This, that. Oh my God, why would you do this to? No, you didn't get your freaking evidence together before you
Hey,
knew what was going.
he shot up the club, it's over. I mean, once you let them shoot up the club, it's over.
Stop looking for appearance, body, jewelry, money, this, that, and the third. When y'all go out looking for the right person, because you might be setting yourself up for failure,
But this
because
is the era that we in, though.
experience ain't everything. So
This
even
the
if
era we in.
then that don't mean every man is in the bracket of not being a leader.
But that's true. But just think about this for a second. This is the era that we're in. So and trust me, you don't think that there's men out here trying to fit that image that these women is wanting? You know what I'm saying? Trying their hardest to look the part so they can be selected out of the thousands of motherfuckers that's trying to look the part.
And what makes you think that you're the top pick after you do all that?
That's up to the woman.
Still in the same scenario with a bigger butt, some titties, this, that, and the third, dealing with the same dudes that you was dealing with.
Yo, I seen some shit where the chick said, if he can't pay for my BBL, don't talk to me. I said, what?
Okay, well, say less. And it's not that I can't afford it, but why do I have to pay for that for you to be comfortable with yourself?
Exactly.
You're not there with yourself. And I'm not discriminating people that get BBLs or anything.
I'm not either.
Because I wanted to get me some titties, so whatever, whatnot. But at the same time, like, if you are not at peace with yourself, you love yourself enough to be accepting of any man, that's your own problem.
Now, if you're trying to get some shit like that done for your own self-esteem, okay, kudos to you. But you shouldn't be trying to get that shit done and trying to catch no man.
No,
respectfully.
Yeah, exactly what
respectfully.
Exactly what you said. Like, oh well, no, the social media killed
it did
killed the era versus saying the man can't lead. A man is not going to lead for a woman that's not comfortable with herself or mentally stable with herself or don't know what they want in life or chasing a fantasy of having a big ass titties, whatever it comes with, this, that, and the third, chasing some social media reality. I don't want you, bitch. You ain't, excuse my language, you ain't yourself. You're not who you was born to be. You want
for the streets.
And every woman has to take into consideration, like I said, these men be looking at y'all, they be reading y'all stuff, they see all that stuff, and sometimes it's a target for y'all and y'all don't even know it. But because I read all your status for the past 2 years when you was dealing with this man, I know exactly what to say to you. I know exactly what
good point.
Exactly how to pull my cards to get
good point.
But if you are that woman that you portray yourself to be, then maybe I will fall in love. Maybe I will be like, oh, he was tripping. Oh my God, let me put my cape on. Take her 75 kids, even though I have one, and me to be the provider. I'm gonna do. Some women still take advantage of those men. Like there's corrupted women out there that mess all that up also for us women and those leaders. So you have to look at it from every perspective on both sides, and I'm on both sides, so it's like
I appreciate that. I appreciate all your words of wisdom, especially being the OG female queen on the panel on with this whole Squadcast TV movement. I don't know what happened to Brother Black. We lost him. He just faded to the black. We're just gonna leave it at that. But I think it's a good good point to go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Like I said, hit the comments and let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel about this? Just on this particular subject and based on the recording that I played earlier, YouTube family.
Perspective, but if you want to put your perspective with your opinion of their opinions, then do that. But yes, like,
that's a fact.
Subscribe, tune into the Squadcast. We'll be back here next week.
We'll be back. Holla at y'all. Peace.
All right.